All these lawsuits over some booty, he gonna have to let us know, what is he really into? If he let us know his sexual orientation, all these lawsuits will go away, because that will prove that the people trying to sue him, they was with it. Tyler Perry in the club. Everybody trying to get next to him. You know he's sitting on $1 billion. All them zesty daddies in Atlanta want to be in the movie. They want to ride in the Rolls Royce. They want to eat lobster, steak, and shrimp and brag to their boyfriends how they got a baller for a boyfriend. If Tyler come on out with it, they wouldn't allegedly be closing Tyler Perry Studios, y'all. Tyler Perry closes his studio in Atlanta. Then he halted the productions because they suing him for $77 million on one lawsuit, $200 million on another lawsuit. All them pretty Latin daddies want every last dime this man got. If he would have kept it black, he wouldn't be having these problems. The only thing he would have been met with was a fist fight, not a lawsuit. And I don't think these brothers even got the heart to fight like that. He want to cross over, go mainstream. Now he about to be floating face down in the mainstream, like Outkast. I hope that's not the case. I really do got love for Tyler Perry. I remember it like yesterday. I came home. They was in there watching that Tyler Perry. They was frying that chicken, had them greens going. Mashed potatoes, cornbread. With Madea on the screen flopping them tig old bitties. I remember. But that's all about to come to an end. Because Tyler trying to keep secrets in the world to where we don't have secrets. You got to keep it real, man. I don't know what he trying to hide. Tyler Perry's male sexual assault accuser claims the star refuses to sit for a deposition unless there's a guarantee Tyler won't be asked about his sexual orientation. But Tyler's lawyer said that's some BS. So everything on hold. He could lose everything. We already know what it is. He might as well just come on out and say it. It ain't like it's going to lose or he going to lose some money. If anything, it's going to make him more richer. We want to know. We need details. How he like it. What's his favorite way to do it? Tyler, you might as well come on out and say it because he know. But they can't just take his word for it. This man look like one of them dudes from Gears of War. Big old football player face having ass. Masculine, manly, make your girlfriend hop the gate to get close to him ass. And he laid up with Tyler. Now, I would hate to see this studio get closed, man, because it's a beautiful sight in Atlanta. When you riding down the street and you say, hey, that studio belonged to a black man. You could tell your kids had their ugly asses pointing out the window at Tyler Perry Studios. Man, Oprah Winfrey ain't collecting his calls no more. Nickelodeon not trying to do business. BET, they don't want to talk about nothing unless he come out and let people know how ratchet he really is. That'd be big for TV. They need to bring back a sexy Madea and let him really thot that thing out. Put some hips on Madea. Throw some booty on Madea. Put that AI shit on it. People ain't even gonna know if that's Tyler or whatever the case is. Tyler Perry halts $800 million studio expansion, citing concerns over OpenAI Sora. So they figure, what's the point in spending $800 million when you can download an app and it could give your ass a damn studio? You could customize it and everything on your iPad Air. So what's the point? He trying to keep that money in his pockets. He might get rid of the studio altogether. All you really need is a green screen. They need to put the AI on Madea. I guarantee you. They doll up Tyler Perry. But first he got to come out and let the people know his sexual orientation. If he don't do that first, then people not going to be with it. But if he let all the men out there know that that's how he like it and that's how he do it, and then throw the AI on Medea's butt cheeks, oh man, he going to be a quadrillionaire. They going to be secretly watching his movies in Africa. All over the country. It's going to be Aborigines in Australia sneaking away to watch them Tyler Perry thick Medea movies and things. He might take over Nollywood with that. Come on, Tyler. Let the people know what's going on. The whole world been drinking fucking Mountain Dew. You see these niggas on them Kool-Aid pineapples and stuff. Ain't nobody gonna care about you having no sugar in your tank. We all got sugar in the tank. I just got done eating the Snickers, the fucking Twix. I had some Airheads, some Lemon Heads. It ain't even Halloween yet, and I'm dressed up in my costume. Come on, Tyler, you ain't got nothing to hide. Matter of fact, we're about to get into these TikToks. People been talking about him for a long time. The lawsuit is going on. He denying that he like them boys that like them boys, but hell, we already knew that. Matter of fact, we don't know his personal business. We heard stories, allegations, speculations. But if you had to assume, a lot of people would assume that, hell, he put on a wig and a dress and all that, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Can't nobody downplay you for your get down, because everybody got to get down. Everybody got something that they into, that they like. Don't even let me get to talking about the www.????.com that I might frequent if I'm feeling a little horny. It's all right, Tyler, you only human. According to the court docs obtained by TMZ, Mario Rodriguez wants the director sanctioned for failing to appear for a depo, which he claims to have been trying. He been trying to take since April 14th or whatever. So Tyler ain't been showing up. He said, miss me with that BS because I know you're going to ask me about my sexual orientation. And honestly, that's none of your business. I have too much money to disclose information that I don't want to disclose. My business is my business. Your business is your business. You know what we did. End of story. That's fucked up that this guy is going, hell, if you was in a position to go after Tyler's bank legally, you would probably do it too. And that's what he get for messing with these divas. He could have got a brother from Crenshaw that would have been grateful for a box of cookies. But Tyler not trying to get rolled that hard by the looks of it. He wanted to be the aggressor in the situation. You get to snatching his wig off. Tyler ain't going for it. This guy right here, Tyler could dominate his little big ass. Like, ay, papi. Tyler liked that, man. Put on that soca music in the background. Had them little Hawaiian shirts on. Get them a margarita. Take this nigga to the beach. He out there getting the tan, sizzling like bacon. Tyler liked that type of man. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get into these TikToks because they've been talking about him for years.
Look. Tyler Perry is an absolute demon.
Tyler Perry, you low down.
So boom. So I'm working at Tyler Perry Studios.
The day ain't even over yet and some more shit done popped the fuck off.
Child, I knew it. I knew it would happen eventually, but I wasn't expecting it this soon. And it's funny that it would come out around the time that he has a #1 movie on Netflix.
Well, it's time to hit Tyler Perry pockets too. The man said, run me my motherfucking money. God damn, we can't catch a break. God damn, Tyler just put the movie out. Damn, Tyler, god damn.
Like this is your man.
Yes.
Look at the screen.
That's mine. And
that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm going to stick beside him.
Please tell me y'all remember when Christian Keys had went to Instagram and was like, y'all, it's somebody who be trying to harass me and they be trying to get me to do stuff and I'm not doing it with them, and I used to work with them and I'm not working with them no more because they be doing X, Y, and Z, and I was in foster care as a child and I was assaulted as a child, so now I know to keep things around me, to record, to get video evidence, and I be carrying pens that people think are real pens, but they are listening devices, and everybody love this man, and he do movies. And
reading the allegations that he hyperfixates on Black women in questionable wigs suffering. So it was no surprise that many people promised to not watch the top-ranked film on Netflix of his, Straw. But is that right? Is it the same old suffering, or did he actually flip the script here? I have 2 reasons to believe he tricked you, and it's not because of the plot twist at the end. The movie Straw, at face value, looks like it might be playing into the stereotype that people have about Tyler Perry's work. Taraji P. Henson's character, Janiyah, is on her last straw. Sweating, struggling, a single mom with absolutely no support, things are rough out here. For the 92%, currently leaning into brunch, rejuvenation, restoration, naps, this is not necessarily the narrative that we find entertaining at the moment. Because we know how this story ends. There's a reason we understand why the movie and the books, A Series of Unfortunate Events, were about white people. Because black people don't typically survive a series of unfortunate events. But Tyler Perry kind of calls our bluff and does the specific script story arc change that destabilizes us as the audience. So whether you watch a film or not, it goes into the culture, and then it either affirms or challenges a particular set of social narratives that are part of that society. Those narratives, they make up the ideas we have about each other as members of society. The strong black woman identity, the suffering Negro, the angry black woman, the hardworking, resilient black women who rise above it all. That's an identity that is constructed in collaboration with both the past and the present. Cultural memory, social norms, social narratives, they make up how our brains process each other. That recognition, social recognition we have when we first see somebody and in a split second put them in a category or make sense of who they are in relationship to us. That split-second categorization is what determines how people see you, what they think you're owed, and more critically, what they think you could survive. As a side note, that's critical to why parents want their black children to see positive representations of themselves, like Doc McStuffins or even Olivia Pope. Straw recognizes the plight of so many black women who, for generations, were used by this country and then left to flounder when they couldn't extract free labor out of them. And also, something of note is Tyler Perry's own past is not past. It is still something that he thinks about, it's something that he minds, and it's something that is very present in how he understands his relationship to the black community. That abuse, suffering, pain, his triumph, all of that is a legitimate and valid source of information for his artwork. What Tyler Perry witnessed in his particular black community with the pervasiveness of poverty that came from white supremacy, it's valuable. It's worth telling stories about. Because there is no generational wealth for Janiyah to tap into. There is no non-racist medical healthcare system where she could freely give birth to her baby and then get the fair kind of equitable care that she needed. There's been no reparations for the trillions of dollars stolen from her family for their free labor. Can she afford to sue her abusive boss? Absolutely not. And as one of the aunties said in this film, it's really expensive to be poor in America. This is an unfortunate and uncomfortable truth. For 2 main reasons, this is not an ordinary black trauma video. If you'd like to watch the movie without any spoilers, I do allude to some here, so save this video and come back. If this was a typical black trauma film, you would have a woman who was desperate, pushed to the edge, followed all the rules to a T, and then made one mistake and then paid for that with her black life. Because in this country, that's the cost of making a mistake while black. We don't get elected president when we evade our taxes. We don't get pardons when we try to protest and overturn a fair and free election. We wear hoodies in the rain and we die. We have a busted taillight, we get executed. We protest peacefully and get kicked in the head. Normally, we would see Janiyah trying to do everything she can to get that $40 for her daughter's overdue lunch and try to keep that apartment, and it would all fall apart under a legal system that wasn't built for her. When the police and the FBI arrive at that bank where she finds herself with somebody else's pew-pew and now she's holding people hostage, she would not have walked out of there hand in hand with another black woman alive. Would Janiyah be handcuffed gently by a fellow black detective who got rid of a racist and violent cop so she would feel safe enough to come out? In most movies, black people live because they follow the rules. In this film, Janiyah abandons the system, becomes lawless, and still lives. I was fully expecting her to be killed. Because in my mind, this story has no other possible ending. Yet Janiyah demands over and over again that the authorities understand her circumstances, that her life matters, and that her story needs to be listened to. She insists that her circumstances are too complicated to be understood by the authorities who see things in black and white. She insists on bodily safety and connects with other black women throughout the film to actually get that. And that ties into my second point, which is the presence and the casting of other black women in this film that complicate this idea of what it means to be a black woman. Normally, Janiyah would be the only or main black woman in this film, and if there were other black women, they would all be in the same indistinct circle of hell suffering that she's in. Referencing another Tyler Perry movie, these women would have been seen as the one big black brick wall that was managing to withstand all this suffering. One of the first things I noticed was that this film was heavily populated with other black women who are thriving, who are happy, who love their husbands, or who have other hard lives, but not as hard as hers. Hooray, there were some beautiful hairstyles that no one's gonna mock on the internet. We learned that Nicole, the branch manager, has a fancy brick home in the suburbs and a loving husband who buys her expensive things. We had a cool, calm, and collected black cashier who knew Janiyah, who offered to help her. We had black ladies in house dresses with their hair wrapped, running around like crazy. You had black women who were older and retired and just going to the bank that evening, and some of them agreed with what she had to say and some of them didn't. And there was just this diversity of black womanhood just going about their lives and happening to run into this woman who they had some kind of empathy for or judged harshly due to their own choices. Detective Raymond, who's played by Tiana Taylor, even advocates for and connects with Janiyah throughout the course of the movie. There's no black monolith here. There were more black women than white women even in this film, and there was no singular black response to what Janiyah was doing, right? This black community had mixed feelings about her actions. There was anger and sympathy, there was disgust and also understanding, there was fear and also this hope for her. She's not a good victim. She's not entirely innocent, and she doesn't follow all the rules, but people still think she deserves to live. She does not have to be fully understood or perfect to be given her life. And believing that, that's more than most people will ever give black women. Straw rewrites this story in an unexpected way, while also being very realistic and understanding of the reality that a lot of black women in this country still face. There's more to this film. It's absolutely fair to criticize it and to discuss it and talk about it, but I would ask that we look at Janiyah's character not as a stereotype, but actually a subversion of one. I would encourage us to judge this film solely on the execution of the character created and the cast that was brought forward to surround that particular performance. I am really looking forward to hearing what you think.
The typical Winston Jerome story starts with a beautiful, educated, professional black woman trapped in a troubled marriage with a brown-skinned bald dude from Law & Order.
How can you do this to me? Get out. I'm gonna marry this white hussy because you are too virtuous and strong and might make me a better man.
Then, a dude who looks like Shamar Moore shows up as the shirtless, light-skinned gardener who just got out of jail.
Excuse me, may I rake your leaves?
At first, she acts like she didn't like the light-skinned gardener, but eventually she gets to know him and sees a sensitive side.
Now, I know that to you, I'm just a poor, light-skinned gardener who can't even afford a shirt. But I love me some Jesus, and I love me some you.
Oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. I never thought I'd ever be with a man so loving and light-skinned.
And I will always be light-skinned just for you.
Being a good Christian woman, she gives her marriage one last chance because Jesus said so.
I am dark-skinned and bald, so I hate you, and I hate Jesus.
And just when the brown-skinned dude from Law & Order is about to hit her, here comes the shirtless gardener.
Hold it right there, bald-headed dude from Law & Order.
The woman and the gardener kiss, having found true love through Jesus.
Nobody ever helps me. Do it all myself. Every fucking thing I do it myself.
Anybody else think that Tyler Perry is a gatekeeper, a frequency technician, a portal architect? Think about it. What if some directors weren't just storytellers, but energy workers? So y'all know Tyler Perry just came out with this new movie, Straw. And me personally, I didn't watch it. I just let TikTok tell me what happened and saw all of y'all reviews. See, I didn't need to see the movie to recognize emotional trauma, disassociative grief, and the loop of psychological programming of the black woman. And from what I'm seeing with my analysis, this movie can either open, block, or destabilize your energy centers. It all depends on your level of awareness. See, Tyler Perry's not evil. He's not a villain. The more you observe all his movies, it's forged in suffering. It's like a loop of the same emotional spaces that he brings. And for the unconscious, his kingdom is not yet a sanctuary. His movies become a vessel of collective pain, but it's narrated, not transmuted. So the people who watch his movies feel seen, but not elevated. And this is what I mean when I say that he is a gatekeeper, because he is responsible for what enters our senses, our mind, our head, our energy. For the ones who don't have discernment, this is what I mean when I'm trying to tell you about frequency technicians. Some people who watch his movies can be in an energetic loop. It's like an energetic addiction that emotionally reinforces, like you're hurting, you see yourself hurting, you cry, you feel seen, you don't transcend, and you return for more. This is why people are saying that they don't want to see another black woman struggle movie, because He doesn't suppress it. He does not liberate struggle. He just contains it, channels it, and recycles it through movies. A technician of frequency programming. See, a wounded high magician becomes a storyteller of his own pain, like he's trapped in grief and pain. And creating narratives and stories that lift our vibration is a sacrifice to his own empire because it's built off of a very sticky template. So there's a repeated narrative of Black maternal suffering that becomes ritualized. See, watching movies is a conscious ritual. See, TV can induce trance-like states, especially for neurodivergent people. On a human level, your brain shifts from beta, meaning you're alert, to alpha or theta, meaning you're receptive or imaginative, or you're actually experiencing it in your body, like you're actually in the movie. So you're training your field to match the vibration of what you consume. And depending on your awareness, the difference lies in your attention with your engagement of certain things that you watch for like hours. Because high stress situations like eviction, stress, job loss spikes your cortisol, your nervous system, because you are mirroring, you are watching a black mirror. Unconsciously, you set yourself in the feelings of the character. I'm gonna go deeper into this rabbit hole on my YouTube channel, but the main intention of this video is, are you ready to stop watching pain as entertainment? I'm binding these loops to where your mind can go in with watching things and releasing the sedation of your mind.
Tyler Perry is definitely tripping. If it would have had to been me, I would have said, Oprah, we the only black people in the world that got this amount of money. If we come together, I know we can't have no kids, but we can get with Elon Musk and we could make us some kids. I would have tied that knot. It would have been me, her, and Gail. Wake up in the morning, bonnets on tight. Roll out of the bed, go downstairs, eat a big-ass breakfast, and make it rain, bitch. That's how I would have did it. Said, Oprah, you still plump. You still juicy. You still got it going on. I don't give a damn what they talking about. Stedman ain't in that right. Look how she gripping his arm. They look like they would have had the time of their life together, man. Could have been vampires forever with this they had going on. Said too darn high. They bougie with it. You would have thought the devil was gonna come out with a chicken wing in his hand, the way they had this party set up. Had they black workers and maids in there sweating in the kitchen, trying to get that food ready for Paula Deen. Oprah blowing the soup. She ain't trying to burn her guest's mouth. Got Elton John sitting on the couch with his legs gapped open. Hold on, man. These pictures going too fast. We need to see some of this stuff for what it is, man. That's beautiful. That's what money would do. Y'all see that tent? They outside with it. Get a nice little cool breeze. You wear a silk dress or some silk shorts or something, that breeze slap you across your cheeks. Next thing you know, you in the bathroom letting loose. Come back out, got martinis, and man, that's the life. All you could eat, bougie food, caviar, put it on the cracker just to stunt. You don't even eat the food. You take a picture, post it on Instagram, and keep it moving. I would have said, Oprah, ain't nobody out there got money like how we got money. We too darn hot. We might... Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. I kept it together for as long as I can. Everything you heard on my behalf is allegations, speculations, rumors for entertainment purposes, man. Leave a comment. And one more thing before I go.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk. Baby girl, back it up, poke out your rump. It's S.A.T that you want.